Our top story tonight, family and friends desperate to find this missing University of Pittsburgh student. She vanished while on spring break in the Dominican Republic. We are tracking this search. We know the 20-year-old was last seen walking on the beach at a resort on Thursday, and overnight, a Dominican Republic search and rescue team began their search. So far, no signs of her. NewsNation's Nick Smith is tracking the details. Nick, what are we hearing?
We're hearing that investigators are asking anyone with information about her last whereabouts to let them know immediately. University of Pittsburgh student Sudiksha Konanki was last seen Thursday near a resort just before 5 a.m. Now, several agencies taking part in an all-out search for the missing woman, including the Dominican Civil Defense, local firefighters, and the Dominican Navy. Those directly involved in the search are urging anyone with information about her to contact authorities immediately. We do know that she is 5'3" tall and was last seen wearing her brown swimsuit with large round earrings, a metal designer anklet on her right leg, and a couple of bracelets. The Defensa Civil, a Dominican Republic search and rescue team, have been working since early Saturday to find her. It's unclear what led up to her disappearance, but because she is also a citizen of India, the Embassy of India in the Dominican Republic has taken the lead, and they are working with the State Department. But on the issue of safety concerns in this country, the U.S. State Department has a level 2 travel advisory for the Dominican Republic. In a statement, which reads in part, the State Department says violent crime, including armed robbery, homicide, and sexual assault, is a concern throughout the Dominican Republic. It isn't immediately clear if those who had been traveling with the 20-year-old have returned from the trip or where they were last seen when she was spotted. A spokesperson for the University of Pittsburgh told local media that university officials are in contact with her family. Natasha, the university and state officials offering their full support to find her and bring her home safely.
Yes, certainly. We appreciate you tracking those details. Nick Smith with us tonight. Thank you. And joining us now with more is Sheriff Mike Chapman of Loudoun County, Virginia, where this missing 20-year-old Pittsburgh University student is from. Sheriff, thank you for taking the time tonight. What do we know so far about this search?
Natasha, good to be with you. We're doing everything in our power. I mean, we take this incident very, very seriously, especially considering she's a resident of Loudoun County. We're working very hard with the authorities down there in Dominican Republic, whether it's their national police, their Coast Guard, their domestic police. I know they've done everything so far in their power to locate her, helicopters, drones, boats. But we're also working with certainly the embassy in India. We're working with our U.S. embassy down there, and to include several federal counterparts, which would be the DEA, HSI, FBI, and the University of Pittsburgh as well. So we're leaving no stone unturned on this. We're doing everything that we can to try to get to the bottom of this and help out the family here. We have reached out to the mom and dad. Unfortunately, haven't been able to get through just yet. I believe they're on travel right now, getting down there and probably getting briefed up on this. But we are very, very concerned about this, and it means a lot to try to do everything we can to find out what is going on down there.
Yeah, so you believe that her family is actually en route. They're traveling to the Dominican Republic to get on the ground there?
Yeah, that's my understanding. Mm-hmm.
What is your biggest concern right now?
Well, my biggest concern is that we just don't know. I mean, anything's a possibility right now. We hope there's no foul play. We hope there's nothing of any major concern. We're hoping and praying that she gets returned, that she returns safely. We just don't know. But I can tell you that we're working with the authorities down there to interview everybody that certainly that she was down there with. I mean, she traveled down there from the University of Pittsburgh with 5 other friends. We do know that she went to the beach with several people. That's the last sighting that we had of her early in the morning on the 6th, which was Thursday morning. We're doing everything that we can to try to, figure out what we can from the interviews that are being done down there, from any phone communications that would have been done, by any text messages that would have been done. So it's going to take a little while for that, but we are working very closely with everybody that I mentioned involved. Get to the bottom of this.
Do you know if the other students who went on the spring break trip with her have already returned to the U.S.?
I believe they're coming back tomorrow. I think there's several that have stayed behind to be interviewed by Dominican authorities down there. And again, working with our federal counterparts as well. We're trying to do everything we can here and doing whatever research that we can as well up here in Loudoun County. So I think they're coming back tomorrow. That's my understanding, but I think they were held down there because of the ongoing investigation.
Sure. And this beach belonged to the resort. To your knowledge, was there any sort of surveillance video of this beach?
I believe there is some video there that we're working off of, and we're hoping to get as much information from that as we can, and to try to pinpoint the exact times that she was last seen, and try to figure out where we can go from there.
Are there any leads at this time that you can share with us?
It's an ongoing investigation. I think there are leads in the works here, but we are working very, very hard with everybody involved. It'd be premature for me to say anything more than that just yet, because we have so many people that are engaged in this investigation, and I don't want to misspeak because of that. And I want to make sure that whatever information that we get and that we put out is accurate.
I hear that. Are you hopeful she's still alive?
I'm always hopeful for that, and I certainly pray for that and for her parents, and we are very, very hopeful that that's the case. But we'll just have to see how this investigation unfolds, and we're doing everything in our power to try to find her.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.